Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday Night Huddle. Not Monday, Tuesday night, Odyssey to Gems. Holy smokes. Anyway, whatever day of the week it is, the 16th. May 16th. It's crazy. Josiah's last day of school is Thursday. That's obnoxious. Crazy, crazy. Amanda's home from school. She's home for the summer. I know our teachers, Jill, Lynette, they are finishing up. Teresa, are you going to be done driving for the summer?
I'm done on June 1st for the school year, but then I do softball, baseball, and summer school.
Wow.
So.
Well, it doesn't sound so exciting.
But that's not every day, so.
Yeah. And old pressures. Don't you drive?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's
the old pressures. Yep.
That's a long week.
It is. Long, hot week.
It is.
Yep.
So things are wrapping up. Busy time. Convention is getting ready to kick off. We have 2 weeks from yesterday. Those of us going are going to be jumping on a plane out of Peoria. I think majority of us are going out of Peoria and heading to Vegas. So we're very excited about that. We know that there's going to be a new product launch of some sort. And there's always more little, I know, poor Jill. There's always more fun activities going on as well. Thursday, we have another health and happiness Thursday night power hour / there's information that's posted all day. And then it's 30 minutes of testimonies. And let's see, it's Melissa, Chandra, and somebody else. I can't think of the other person. I don't know sign language. Anyway.
Amy R.
Oh yeah, Amy Rogenbach. I think that's right. Amy, Sandra, Melissa. It's gonna be a great one. So make sure that you guys are inviting your peeps here. Hold on one second. Make sure you guys are inviting your prospects to be a part of that. One of the things that I've done, so yesterday I got my action pack in. I know Teresa got hers too because I saw her selfie. I think everybody on here has gotten theirs. Sherry, have you gotten? Yeah, Sherry did a live opening hers. She's gotten hers. I think everybody's gotten theirs. So yesterday I posted a selfie and said, who wants it? Within 12 hours, 32 samples were gone. So needless to say, the free sample shop is now closed because then I'm not going to have any Slim left to drink myself. What a problem to have. But this is the other thing I've done. So I sent all those samples out. They're all either handed in person or sent in the mail. And then tonight, what I'm going to do after this huddle is I'm going to message all those people, let them know that their samples are in the mail, and then I'm automatically, for their convenient pleasure, adding them to that happy hour on Thursday. I'm going to make it sound like it's, a good thing. It's not going to be something that they're like not going to want to be a part of. But I think with that, it's going to be important because they're going to be able to start seeing. But by Thursday, they should all have their things in the mail. Like, because I think the furthest state I sent was Idaho. So they should all have their stuff by Thursday. They'll be on that event. Easy follow-up, you guys. Those events are so easy to add people to, and the follow-up is done for you. They're going to get notifications as Amber's posting stuff throughout Thursday. They're going to get notifications from 8 to 8:30 as 3 different people are going live with their testimony. Amber is opening it up, welcoming people. I'm closing it. And then as people comment, they get notifications that whole time. It's such great and easy follow-up. So make sure you guys are adding people to that event. Melissa also says, if you want a t-shirt in March, and Melissa's been making those are all done and they will be going in the mail. So if you want a t-shirt, be on the lookout for that as well. Let's see, Amanda has new ambassador training, but that's next Thursday. Is it this Thursday? So Wednesday, Amanda is doing a social media training from Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Am I missing one? What am I missing? Twitter. Did I get them all then? Okay. So that's tomorrow. She's doing that. Look for the graphics. And then Thursday is new ambassador training. So lots of events to be plugged into. Okay, recap. Wednesday, Amanda's doing social media training. Thursday, Amanda has new ambassador training. Then we also have our happy hour. And then convention is in 2 weeks. Holy smokes. So much excitement going on. Hey, Miss Amy, I think I missed you. So use those action packs to make sure that you guys are reaching out, sharing with others, easy follow-up option, get them plugged into those happy hours. So much fun. All right, so tonight for Huddle, what I want to do is I just kind of want to have some open dialogue. I know that we have people that feel like we're constantly reaching out or have the same objections going on. So I wanted to talk through. Amanda says the JTD shirts are going out Saturday. So if you ordered a shirt for convention, those are going out Saturday as well. You guys, the people that want a shirt from me, and then they also have, this is going to be a good mail week, you guys. Holy smokes, it's going to be a good one. Check your mailbox, stock the mailman. If you were like me, you were already doing that for your action pack. But, okay, so I wanted Huddle tonight to be like an open dialogue. So we have objections that go on. People are constantly worried about money. They're constantly worried about this or that or FDA. Oh my gosh, I had like an ongoing Facebook discussion on an ambassador's wall about this guy who would not give up, saying that he knew there were supplements, multiple supplements approved by the FDA. Anyway, so there's always those things, right? We always have those same objections. So tonight I just want to talk with you guys about those. I want you guys to share, either write in the group chat or speak what the objections are that you get, and let's talk through those. Let's do some role playing. So what do you guys got? Sherry, it still looks super light at your house. It's like pitch black in my house. It looks like it's like, look at that. It looks like it's, I don't even know, bright sky. It's seriously like pitch black in my house. That's craziness. Okay. Who has got, I saw, it's like a butterfly moment, right? But look how nice it looks at her house. She does not live. She does the same state as I do. That is not fair. Okay. Who has got an objection, or who has got a scenario that they want to share? You can either take yourself off mute and speak it, or you can write it in the chat. Okay, Amanda wrote, I don't afford Plexus, or I can't afford. Oh, Jill wrote that. I'm assuming it's I can't afford Plexus. Or don't, either one. Okay, so how many times is this an objection for you guys? For me, it's all the time, right? Melissa was messaging me last night about it. So first of all, the first thing I always do, and Jill Renfro does this all the time, I am killing people with my story. I know we talk about this all the time, but your story is your truth. No one can negate that. So if I'm talking to somebody for the first time about Plexus, and they're like, and I go through the whole thing with, you know, Plexus is different because we're really focused on gut health, and gut health is the trifecta, right? The Probio 5, the BioCleanse, now the prebiotics that we have with Slim. You have getting your gut healthy. We need good and bad, or we need good bacteria. We need something to kill the bad. That's Probio 5. BioCleanse is flushing it out, getting it out of your system where oxygen lives, or oxygen is, disease and bacteria can't grow. Now we have the prebiotics that are feeding. They're the miracle grow for those good bacteria. That's a trifecta of awesomeness. When our gut health is in check, we are healthy. One of the reasons gut health is so important now is because we have neglected it for so many years that short term, you know, people were like gut health, whatever. Now long-term effects over 100 years or more, 200 years, we are seeing the effects of us neglecting the gut health. We have autoimmune disorders out of control. We have chronic fatigue disorders, so much so that chronic fatigue is a new diagnosis for mental hospital stays. Chronic fatigue, you guys, that is gut health. That's a brand new thing that not the hospital, but the board just confirmed that insurance now has to pay for inpatient psych stays. You guys, or Medicare. Guys, these are real things, right? All of that is because we have neglected our gut health. If we can get our gut health back in check, it truly is the root of our health. We have this awesomeness going on with this. You get done with this whole discussion, you're explaining this, and they say that big question, dun, 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 what does it cost, right? How do we talk about that? How do we handle this? So I go through the gut health spiel because it's what I'm passionate about. And then I say, if they say, okay, let's talk price, I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, that's what I usually say. Or, oh my goodness, Brandon, or whoever I'm talking to. I have to tell you my story. I have to tell you. And I go into my story. Why is this important? What am I talking about? You know, what was I doing? Like, first of all, George and I's grocery list 3 years ago is nothing how it looks now. We still shopped at Aldi's, but we sure the heck didn't buy no 95% of our cart to be fresh fruits and veggies. We bought 95% of our cart to be filled with foods that we could put in the deep freeze, right? And throw in the oven quick. It was filled with processed stuff. It was filled with junk. It wasn't filled with things that were growing our gut and helping us. It was filled with things that were adding to the overgrowth. It was filled with that kind of stuff, right? I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. So go into your story. I know Melissa did this last night. Go into your story, share your story. Why is it so important? If it comes up again, I say, okay, well, here's the deal. So before Plexus, I was going to the vending machines. Twizzlers were kind of my guilty thing. I would go to the vending machine at work and scrape up my quarters, and I would spend $1.50 on Twizzlers. And then I've always liked water, but I wanted the water at the hospital, which was free, but the ice cost 25 cents. So that's $1.75 almost every single day that I was spending. That $1.75 is equivalent to somebody ordering a bag of Slim. Then on top of that, I was buying vitamins. I was buying vitamins from Walmart or vitamins from Dollar General, but then my pee was green. Okay, well, I'm not going to buy those anymore. I'm going to buy them from Plexus. I'm going to buy things that are filled with X Factor. And compare this out. If you're talking to somebody, which luckily the people on here right now are hometown folks, usually hometown folks want to support hometown folks. Talk to my dad who goes and buys gas $1 more. If he refuses to shop at Casey's, he will go to the local BP that's locally run and owned and always $1 more because it's hometown, right? My grandpa will go to the hometown Tasty Freeze, but it's not a Tasty Freeze, whatever, and spend $2 for a cup of coffee when he could go buy it at Casey's for 55 cents. But he's homegrown, right? We support homegrown. Usually people that are homegrown are willing to spend a little more to support somebody that's homegrown. So make sure that you are pulling on those strings. Make sure you're talking to that. Now, if the conversation continues to come up and you have blocked objections with telling your story, and you have blocked objections with telling them or relating to them about the homegrown and the multivitamins and, you know, getting your stuff wherever you're always doing it, then I share with them a comparison chart. And I say, here's a free way to buy: retail, preferred, or ambassador. You can see very clearly that retail to ambassador and most products is a $20 savings. And it doesn't even matter what the cost is. You're saying that it's $20 and you're like, okay, I'm in. I need to do it. You're either going to get two responses. You're either going to get people that say, holy cow, that is so cheap, or you're going to get people that say, holy smokes, that's so expensive. And then it's talking them through what the expense is. So in the last 2 weeks, I've talked to probably 20 people, and all of those 20 people have gone from, that's expensive, I don't know if I can do it, to, okay, I need it. If you start with gut health, you back it up with your story, and you kind of know what their objections are as you go, the money will still be an issue, but if not, the level of importance changes for what it is. Okay, you guys have been talking up a storm. Let me go look. That's funny. Okay, Jeremy says, leave me alone. You're crazy about this Plexus stuff. What's your problem? I think that's funny. So if somebody actually said that to me, which that's never happened, I would be like, oh my gosh, it's the best compliment you've ever given me. Like, I'd be like, whoa, that's great. That's such a problem. Can I get a t-shirt made with that? But okay, so first of all, I would kill people with kindness. Your obviously passion is leading the way, Jeremy. That is amazing. But there's two things to kind of take from that. One, maybe people feel like they're being sold to, and they don't feel like that they're being shared with. So some self-reflection. Are your posts salesy or are they personal? When you're having these conversations, is it organic conversations? Is there different ways you can speak to people? You have to remember that with every situation and every circumstance, there's really three truths: your truth, my truth, and then the actual truth. And perception is key to all of those. So if you can help that person to understand perception, that's going to take you a long way. So having posts and making sure that you're targeting your posts. So if you're talking to prospects that are single moms, post single mom testimonies. or single mom objections. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So a single mom is probably going to have issues with finances. Share a business testimony about a single mom. We have Diamond documentaries about that. I know they're being re-advised, but you can find them somewhere. I think it's on Odyssey to Gems where you can find the old ones. So share that or personally send that person a message. But I would turn that into a compliment. That's almost like if somebody said to me, holy smokes, leave me alone, you're crazy. I would be like, that is the best compliment anybody's ever given me. Do you know why I'm crazy? Do you know why I'm passionate? Because Plexus is saving lives, and that's what I'm passionate about. And see what their response is. If they don't respond back to you, then, you know, maybe follow up with them in 4 weeks instead of 2. Give them a little space. But when I give people space, if I feel like I'm being ignored, the other thing I do is I put them on a Facebook follow-up, that all I'm doing is stalking their Facebook, and every single time that they post something that I can organically relate to, I'm commenting and liking so that my Facebook feed shows up in theirs. I'm not letting them get off the hook that easy, okay? There's secret ways. Why should I trust you? Oh, people actually say that to you, Amanda? Holy smokes. Okay. So I guess my response back to that would say, why not trust me? What have I ever done that has made you not trust me? Because people, I feel like if they're saying that to you, or they're saying that to you because you're young, which to me is obnoxious because that's a blank slate. What do you have that people don't have to trust? So I think my response back would be, you know, why should I trust you? My response back would be, 1, why would you not trust me? What have I ever done that I've not shared my heart with you and what's honest, what's true? And 2, I would not share something if it wasn't working for me and I wasn't personally doing that. And if people know you well enough, they're going to know that that's true. Sometimes these comments and sometimes these answers, you have to remember they're cop-outs. People are trying to do whatever they can, really just because they want to respond. So for me, that's a comment that somebody doesn't want to be rude. So you've messaged them. They don't want to be rude, so they're going to comment back, but they're going to be like, what can I say that will maybe have her leave me alone? Okay, I'm going to comment this. Why should I trust you? Don't fall for that. Stick with it. Why would you not trust me? What have I ever done that has led you astray? And why would I ever comment about something and continue to share something, invest my time, invest my days, invest my finances in something that wasn't true, wasn't legit, and wasn't going to help you and mine? And you have an amazing testimony. So you could throw your testimony in there too. Why should I trust you? Well, let me tell you my story. You wouldn't even have to say, oh, why would you not trust me? Let me tell you my story. And just tell your story and see what they say. That is crazy. Or just 3-way, you know, add them to a message with your mom and me. We'll just mama bear it all the way. Jill likes that answer, I think. That's her winner. Jeremy, you too. Okay, share your story. When people say, why do you trust me? Say, you know what? Let me share my story with you. Let me share my experience. Let me share what this has done. Let me share what it was. And remember that when we're doing storytelling, like they shared on Saturday, overemphasize the bad. Amanda, let me share my story with you. Imagine a senior in high school that is filled with excitement and is filled with the future, but is so exhausted from getting under 2 hours of sleep a night, being in honor class, feeling like the weight of the world was on her shoulder, knowing that I have a loving and supporting family, but they can't do the work for me, and literally struggling every single day. Getting Starbucks gift cards for Christmas, and it wasn't a joke, and I would use them. The only credit card bill I had was Starbucks, because that's how exhausted I was. Do you know what I mean? Tell your story. Jeremy, let me tell you my story. Is a dad that is supporting his amazing wife who's staying home and taking care of our children, that wants more for his family, but feels the daily grind and struggle of working in America and trying to do more. Tell your story. Emphasize the bad. And then at the end of that, say, what if I woke up one day and realized, for Amanda, that I didn't want to be tired anymore, that I could do more, that I could be that hardworking student, I could carry the weight, I could succeed at school, that I could have big dreams, but also could be restful. And with that, that when I was finally able to sleep, I lost 70 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, then share the good. So overemphasize the bad. Share the good at the end. Tell your story. Oh, yeah, exactly, Amanda. Because that's your truth. Starbucks is your truth, girl. Use that. Yes, yes, yes. Jeremy, that is a cop-out answer. Just because it's a guy does not mean it has to be salesy. That is a cop-out answer. I don't agree with that at all. Guys make the best Plexus ambassadors because they have the ability in an audience. I take you with me everywhere I go. Because they have the ability in an audience that is not oversaturated. Okay, first of all, Plexus isn't oversaturated anywhere, but especially with our ambassadors because they're very few and far between. And when we get ambassadors, we get so excited because they are few and far between. So, Amy, what are you doing? Your video keeps zooming in and out. You're crazy. But like that is a cop-out answer. Cop-out answer. Is Christy in the room? I wish she was. Do you see yourself zooming in and out, Amy? I love you. You're hilarious.
We have been watching Amy zoom in and out this entire time, and I can't stop laughing.
Oh my gosh.
Amy, your teeth are pearly white tonight.
It's so intense.
I know. Amy's teeth are super white. They look good, girl. I don't know why it's doing it either, but at least you're cute to look at. I mean, that's a plus. Well, Jeremy, I hope she's listening, and I hope she wakes up every day and says, Jeremy, it's a cop-out answer. Just because you work in sales does not mean you have to be salesy. Good. See? Good, good, good. All right. What else do you guys got?
I have people that always want to know the ingredients so they can take it to their doctor. And then you say, well, did you go to your doctor? Well, yeah, but I forgot. Or, you know, they'll use the doctor excuse kind of thing. And I have somebody that's supposed to have gone to her doctor like 3 weeks ago. So, you know.
Melissa's doing a hallelujah on that one, so she must be able to relate to that. Oh, yeah. Just got that message from a potential today. Is that the one that was supposed to take it to her dietitian today? Yeah, of course. So here's the thing with that. I'm kind of partial to this because this is my medical thing. I think that's a cop-out answer too, because this is why. Yes, we need doctor approval. We do, because we aren't doctors. And I'm a nurse, but I'm not a personal nurse to anybody but my husband and my child. And I mean, majority of my family and Amanda. Majority of my family calls on me, but still, I'm not paid to help those people. And so that is people that I genuinely care for. But I encourage people to take lists to their doctors and the nurses as well. However, I think that's a cop-out answer because I think that that's really easy for people to say. To me, it means that they're not educated about their own diagnoses going on in their life. If you have complex medical issues, even if you don't, if you are like me and have endometriosis and PCOS and still don't take really any medication for that, I still should be knowledgeable enough in what I'm putting in my system to know if it's going to help me or going to hurt me. And if I'm really concerned about that, then yes, go to the doctor and see if they're going to help you. But especially somebody that has diabetes or Crohn's or IBS or kidney transplant or anything like that, you should be so knowledgeable in your disease processes that yes, you should take it to your doctor and still get approval because drug reactions are a true thing. But you also should have an understanding of what's going on. I don't have a lot of sympathy for that. That's my nurse standpoint on that because I've been that nurse that has been with patients that are plain uneducated. And yes, we fail them as a medical hospital, but I think that's a cop-out answer too. If you have something going on with you, you should be knowledgeable enough to have a little understanding. But I get that, and I still tell people to do that because I don't want that legality on me or anybody on our team. I think for those people, it's an issue of following up. And somebody I said to somebody just the other day ago was, we have MyHealths all over now, especially if your doctor is around Peoria. OSF, Methodist, and Proctor all have MyHealth. So if people are doctor affiliates with them, then all they have to do is screenshot a picture of what they're interested in, and they can send an email to their doctor within 30 seconds. So something I did yesterday with a potential that said this and said she wanted to take it to her doctor, I didn't even ask her when her doctor's appointment was. I said, well, let me email that to you because I know your doctor is Dr. X, and you can send that through your My Health, and you should have an answer within the week. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. So maybe, like I'm gonna block that objection. If that's your objection, that's great, and I want to give you the resource to be able to use that. But I'm not gonna let that be an excuse. Do you know what I mean? Again, you can't do anything about that if they choose that way. If that's all they're going to do, you can't do anything about that. And it's going to be that continuous follow-up every month and see how it goes. And maybe eventually they'll bite the bullet. Yeah. But from a personal standpoint, I think that's cop out because people aren't educated enough. That's the whole issue we've gotten to with gut health and this chronic, huge medical epidemic we're in as a country because people have relied on others to control their health when it's your health. Take some responsibility. Is that harsh? It might be, but that's how that goes. All right, we got 8 minutes. Who else? This is the other thing I want to say with all this too. Anytime anybody's having further questions, something I've started doing in the last 2 weeks is adding everybody and anybody to those health and happiness events on Thursday because you never know when. It's that third party validation. Do you know what I mean? It's that third party of somebody else sharing a testimony, somebody else sharing their story that maybe is something they need. So even if someone wants to take their products, Melissa, you're Megan, even if she wants to take her stuff to her dietitian, add her to that health and happiness event so she can hear your testimony tomorrow. Same thing, Jill, if you have somebody, add them because if they're trying to take something to their doctor, they have some sort of medical condition. Maybe they have diabetes. Maybe they have Crohn's. Maybe they have some other gut health issue. See if they can relate to a testimony that will get them eager to talk to their doctor. All right, let's see. Yeah, Amanda, that is a straight education cop-out issue. I don't take any medications now, so why do I need to? That is people not understanding the deficiency that our world is in with supplements, and that's something that education is going to be key on. It's going to be you're going to have to talk to them in a non-confrontational way, which for me is, I've gained I use my I use my nursing degree. I became so passionate about Plexus and about these supplements because of the critical state our country is in. Because as a nurse, I'm disgusted about the number of people that are admitted to the hospital that have had no previous medical history and now have IBS or now have chronic constipation or now have medically fatigue, a huge critical fatigue written as a psychosis disorder, that have type 2 diabetes, that all of these things that are linked to us not taking care of themselves. And I have decided that I will be an advocate, that I want more for our family. I want more for our friends. And let people know you need vitamins because your body's deficient. These are not natural things that our body makes. If you're not eating the correct foods, if you're not getting in the sunlight, if you're not doing these things, your body doesn't make them. And because our world has been deficient for hundreds of years, even eating the right foods and getting in the right sunlight, genetics have screwed us up. So even with doing all the right things and eating all the right foods and being outside and being active, you still need vitamin C. You still need, probiotics to keep your gut healthy. You still need these things to live and to be healthy. Yeah, that's awesome, Jeremy. Exactly. That's exactly Jill's thing too. She went to the doctor and they say, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you look great. Your numbers are great. You feel great. Why not? Exactly, Melissa. Never, ever had a history of Crohn's before and now at 23 diagnosed with it. Like, that's crazy. That should not happen. Those things should not happen. But they do because of the world we're living in. So that's a true issue. That's a root. 23 years old, why do you need to take vitamins? Because your body's deficient, because your gut health sucks. So let's figure it out. And the only way it's going to get better is not from Dollar General supplements. That ain't going to do it for you. Ain't going to work. All right, we got 5 minutes. Let's take a picture here. I'm getting huge compliments on my peeps that I gave my slim samples to today. All right. Amy, you're nice and zoomed in, girl. We're going to see your pearly whites real well. Okay, everybody say cheese. Woohoo! Hudson! You handsome boy. Okay. Anybody else? I saw one of my friends in Dollar General with, you in Dollar General buying vitamins? Or they had Dollar General
in her
vitamins?
room, and I threw them at her, and I said, "Why are you taking that crap?" And then she's like I actually threw them at her because we're friends. It's fine. She was not mad, but
I would do that
like,
to a stranger.
I know. Why? And then she took some of mine. So
I know.
some tough love had to happen. I was like, no.
I know.
So today I was at the chiropractor, and Amanda's got her job back there as the clerical support there, and the chiropractor sharing all her health history with me, because I've known her for years. And she's saying how she's got thyroid issues and this and that. And I go, Amanda can hook you up with some good stuff. And she's like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
I was carrying this all day, so no, she didn't.
The thing, though, is I do think people sometimes legitimately forget. I do think people get busy with their lives, and they're like, oh, I've heard it, but I'm not interested. And that is where timing comes into play. Like, it has to be their timing. But that is why swag is so amazing, because it's in their face. Like, all it takes is for her to come in one day in a thyroid storm feeling like crap, and to look over and see a Plexus bottle and be like, I know Amanda and Jill have talked my ear off. I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't take, because I know for me, like, here's TMI for Jeremy, but he lives with Christy, so it's okay. So, like, this is my cycle going on, and today was a bad day for me, a bad day. I laid down in my boss's office for 30 minutes because I was so dizzy and nauseous and in so much pain. And if I wasn't taking Plexus at that point and knew that I have been doing well, that's a breaking point. That's a breaking point that I'm like, freak, let's just do a hysterectomy. Like, freak, let's just be done. Like, I'm just done. And everybody has those moments. So I know my friends that have endometriosis. If they're not on these supplements, like, I feel good 99% of the time. I can handle 1%. But if I felt bad 70% of the time, and then I saw a bottle of Slim, or then I saw Tristan's endometriosis testimony, or I was in a thyroid storm, and then I saw Amanda's Slim bottle, or I was in a Crohn's flare, which Melissa, my girl right now, that's getting on Thursday, and then heard Melissa's testimony, that's a breaking point, you guys, and you never know when those are going to happen. So that's why those events, those follow-ups, those swag, that's when that stuff is so crucial. And that's the timing. Like, that's when we have to hit them. And unfortunately, people have to hit rock bottom before they're ready to listen. Thanks. All right. Under a minute. We'll see you guys later. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, Amanda, I'm going to be on. I'm probably going to be hidden, but I'll be on. I can't remember why, but there's a reason. Oh, George isn't working, so we're probably watching a movie or something, but I'll have my earphones in. And then Thursday, I have to do the closing, so I probably won't be on for your ambassador training, but I'll catch the recording. All right, guys, have a good day. Thanks for joining us. We will chat soon.